Only Galekovic, Jite and La Rocca have grand final experience. So off we go, a packed house at Adelaide Oval, and a fixture that has produced 3 draws and just 2 goals this season. Adelaide United by 6 goals to 0. IACOPO La Rocca played in a grand final for the Wanderers today, wearing the all-red of Adelaide United. Next goal for both these teams will be their 50th of the season. Very difficult to split and stealing their dinner money. And occasionally he leaves a foot in and is a little naughty, and that was one of those occasions.
Well, there's great heat in this contest. La Rocca leading with his forearm. He caught
him too, Nichols.
Right across the chops. Happy birthday, Mitch.
Javier Mascherano for the Argentine junior teams. Into the channel by Alberto. A little nudge by Santalab. Free kick Adelaide. Has to watch his step, Brendan Santalab.
Well, you know, it's par for the course, really. Labelled the test by Mark Redan, Fox Sports colleague. He's conceded more fouls than he's had.
Word of encouragement from Tony Popovic. Said in the pre-game interview he predicted a Wanderers win. I suppose he would. And after 2 times being a loser on these big occasions, he will hope and perhaps believe that it is 3rd time lucky. Adelaide, of course, have recent form on their side, just 1 loss in the last 20. It's an amazing record in the salary cap competition. And not allowed to turn by Goodwin. Well defended. Neville then with the intervention. Bridge with the header. Nichols backing into his man. Free kick Adelaide. And could do without the histrionics as well towards the referee from Mitch Nichols, particularly given the signals that he gave to the Brisbane Roar fans after the game last week.
Yeah, Mitch's reaction, there was no question that he was trying to feed that cunning run of Brendan Santalab, who peeled wide. It was a pass that Mitch Nichols more often than not would make stick as well.
Santalab onside this time. Steering it on the blind side was Goodwin. The grass too short. That's a good turn by Castellin. Gets away from Goodwin this time. And then the ball just squirmed away from him.
Place as a central defender. A golden chance for Brendan Santalab, who then goes for goal, rather than wasting that opportunity as it had emerged.
Neville sidesteps Thirio. Castellin. That's a vital intervention by La Rocca, and he's got the whistle too. The former Western Sydney Wanderer.
Yeah, not a great touch. Minutes gone here, or close there too.
He's been linked with a move overseas at the end of the season. I'm sure he's not thinking about that at the moment. Sparta Rotterdam, his reported destination. Before that, he wants to win a grand final medal. So far, so good.
To which we refer, which obviously speaks for itself. His general contribution has been first class.
Carrusco. Jite trying to roll away from top, or Stanley is in here. Jite! Castellin. Can the Wanderers get on the board before the break? Neville's ball in. Easily dealt with by La Rocca. Scooped forward by Isaias. Castellin. Shot deflected. Fended off by La Rocca. Down goes Castellin the second half. The onus, Andy, all on Western Sydney, as we say.
Yeah.
The job half done for Adelaide.
Well, and they can lock up a game really well, Adelaide. We've seen that best defence in the competition. And as I just made my way through a small sample of this huge crowd at half-time, the question from all the Wanderers, can we do it 2 weeks in a row?
Let's see if they can start the journey. They've got a throw-in off the instep of IACOPO La Rocca, their former player.
If they are to find a way back, I can only repeat, it's going to come through the inspiration of Mitch Nichols or Mark Bridge.
Lights on at Adelaide Oval. Just a further add to the spectacle. This place has been a cauldron this afternoon.
Yeah, it's been a magnificent experience so far. Grand final day always is, Simon. I can't remember a flat one, to be honest. But the big redevelopment of Adelaide Oval, I'm not quite sure how old that is now, a year or two.
Forced him off early against Brisbane last week.
Yeah.
They played it down the Wanderers camp. I wonder. Meantime, Castellan into the box. And up and away by La Rocca.
Well,
good release by Andreu. Castellan, promising position this for Western Sydney. Across towards Santalab, trying to wrap his boot around it. And still scrapping for the follow-up, but Adelaide should be able to clear through La Rocca. Castellan on the charge, through the middle. Around one challenge. The dancing feet stopped in an instant by IACOPO La Rocca, but they're coming Western Sydney. Well, almost at the midway point of the second half.
Kick from Asai is just brilliant.
Bridge careering into his opponent, which Guillemot doesn't like. And again, tempers flare. La Rocca bowled over. And in front of 50,000 parochial South Australians, Adelaide United have finally reversed the curse and laid to rest those ghosts of grand finals past. Bottom in November, premiers in April, champions in May.